Much. I find that the higher somebody goes over 100% to describe how sure they are of something, the more skeptical I become. So my roommate, he'll be like, dude, I'm like 110% sure I locked the door. Wait a minute, why 110%? Man, don't even worry, I'm like 150% sure I locked the door. Okay, the door's wide open. Nobody shut the door. We have to go home. All our stuff's gonna be gone. Call the police. But I say that there's this guy, Cam Newton, and he first overall pick in the draft, but he got in trouble because they thought he might have been paid to play college football, which is a big no-no, so he got this lawyer. And I swear, I was watching TV and his lawyer was on, and he said, "My client is innocent. I am 1,000,000% sure he did not take funds." He's like, all right, not only am I positive your client did take funds, now I'm pretty sure he killed the guy. That's how skeptical I am. I'm somewhat new to LA. I live in Hollywood, California, which I like Hollywood. The biggest difference between where I'm from and what I notice about Hollywood is in how much you can receive for returning lost dogs. People are crazy about their dogs in Hollywood. It's thousands of dollars, the rewards. I saw a poster at a coffee shop once. It said, "Lost dog, reward $5,000. And then underneath that it said, "No questions asked." I think there's going to be some questions. Otherwise, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to find the first animal I see on the street. I'm going to bring it to these people. Like, what is that, a cat? That sounds like a question, actually. I was told there wasn't going to be any. I'll take my $5 grand in cash. I have a bit of a tax discrepancy. I actually am. I'm also broke, and I am always looking for ways. When I first moved to Hollywood, I started working at Best Buy. Yeah, I did, and I don't know anything about technology, so I told him, man, put me in the back. I just want to stock shelves or something, because I can't answer questions. That's what they did. But I started working at the Hollywood Best Buy in inventory. I was by a long shot the only white dude in my department. It was not even close. No passies or anything. So it didn't bother me. Honestly, it didn't bother me at all. But I did notice they treated me differently. They were too nice. You know when people are being suspiciously nice to you? Like, "Hey, it's Andrew, everybody. Let me help you with that, Mr. Sleighter. You don't need a kid." It's like, what is going on? And I finally figured out what was going on. They all thought we were on that show, Undercover Boss. That's what they thought was happening. They thought I was the CEO. That's right. Which is understandable. I do look a little older than I actually am. I'm 26 years old. People usually guess about 5 years older than that, like 30, 31, which is fine. It doesn't, you know, I'm okay with it. But what I want to know is, when did that happen? At what point in my life did my face shoot out 5 years ahead of my age? Is there a tough, is it a gradual thing, or is it just a bad week in there somewhere? Because you're not born like that. Nobody's born looking older. It's not like my parents were showing me off as an infant. They're like, what is he, 5? No! He's 6 months. Yikes. What does he smoke or something? It looks like hell for baby. Keep that kid out of the canning booth. I am 26. I like video games. I'm a big video game fan. But what I found interesting about video games is, like, how well you do in the game is inversely proportional to how well you do in real life. You ever notice that? You could even chart it out in a big graph. Like, what's that? Oh, you just beat Halo 3. Well, congratulations on moving back in with your parents. That's pretty cool. I got it. Oh, you're a level 76 sorceress in your World of Warcraft. Well, coincidentally enough, that makes you a level 2 sex offender, which is kind of funny. I don't know if you've ever done the math. That joke used to be way funnier before I had to move in with my parents. It's just sad dose of reality. Way up the sticks. I did. I lived with my parents last, I guess it was 2 summers ago now, and everyone wants to know, like, what's it like? What's the difference between living on your own and, you know, here's the difference between living on your own and living at your parents' house. At your parents' house, there's food. To eat all the time. I don't know where it comes from. I'll be eating an apple, and then the next day it's like, oh my God, there's another apple. How did that happen? It's like the food fairy comes in the middle of the night and drops that stuff out. I don't have that at my house. In my house, there's never anything to eat, ever. Now, I'll come home sometimes, I'll be missing 2 out of the 3 ingredients I need for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But I do have all the ingredients for a bowl of peanut butter, so if you want to come over sometime, bring your bowl. Watch a lot of television. History Channel is my favorite. I really, I like the History Channel quite a bit. But it seems like now, I watch these, they do these like historical biographies on these famous historical figures on the History Channel. And it seems like every time they do one now, they always end up calling the guy gay. They out everybody all the time. It's like Alexander the Great. Yeah, that guy is gay. He's probably gay. Hitler, definitely gay. For sure, Hitler's gay. And the latest one I heard about was Abraham Lincoln. They think that Abraham Lincoln might have been gay, but I bet these guys knew that hundreds of years later we'd all be questioning their sexual orientation. You might have cleared it up when they had the chance. During some big speech, some history-making moment, they just would have spelled that all out so there'd be no confusion, you know, like 407 years ago. You know what? Actually, before I get into all that, there's been some crazy rumors. I'm not gay, all right? I don't know who's been saying that, but I love girls, all right? With big, I'm like 250% sure I'm into chicks. Thank you very much. That's my time. My name's Andrew Sleighter.